Hello everyone, welcome to the Star Ledger's 2008 Devils Preview. I'm Tom Bergeron, everybody knows Rich Chere. And Rich, as I look in this building, year two, just as beautiful as it was last year, and we're doing an online video. So I know this is 2008, but when I look at the Devils lineup, Brodeur, Holik, Ralston, Madden, it kind of feels like 1998.
Yeah, they have that throwback feel to them. You know, when the Devils signed Brian Ralston this summer, one of the things that he joked about was maybe Randy McKay would be available to come back, but I really don't think that this team needs Randy McKay. I think this is going to be an improved team from what they saw last year.
What this team has every year and what they always start with is Martin Brodeur. This year he can break the all-time record for wins, all-time records for shutouts, and while he's older, he's still as good as there is in the league.
He's as good as there's ever been in the league. You know, this is a guy who not only do they hand him the workload, but he welcomes the workload. You know, he's going to beat Patrick Roy's record, as you mentioned, for wins this season. It'll be questionable whether he can do the shutouts as well, but they'll ride his shoulders. However far this team goes, it'll be on Brodeur's shoulders. There's always been a question of whether he plays fewer games. Every coach here has wanted to give him fewer games, but Brent Sutter said again today that I'm going to play it game by game. So we're going to probably see him play in excess of 70 games again.
We joke, he's not a one-man team. He'll be the first one to tell you how important the defense is. This year, there's no big names, but Paul Martin, Bryce Salvatore are going to anchor the unit.
Yeah, right, Tom. You know, the general manager of this team, Lou Lamoriello, was hoping to sign a big-name free agent. He stated that, and it was his intention when the free agent market opened, but it was just too much money for the big names. So what he wound up doing, he wanted Bryce Salvatore to come back. They acquired him last year just before the trade deadline, so they re-signed him, and he'll be one half of their top defense unit with Paul Martin. It's a real good number one defense pairing because Paul Martin, for my money, is an all-star defenseman. He's young, not as known as some of the big names in the league, but it's a great top unit. Colin White, who's getting over the eye trouble. He played a whole season after getting hit in the eye with a puck. He had vision damage, but he seems to have gotten through that. His game hasn't dropped off all that much. He'll be part of the second pairing, probably with the young Finnish defenseman that they signed, Anssi Salmela. And I think it'll be not a big name, not a well-known defense, but I think it'll be a solid defense.
The Devils have always been known for role players. They've always had them. No difference on offense this year with Holik, with Ralston, with Madden. But this year they have an interesting scenario. They have two guys that really could be top players. We need to see where Patrick Elias is. He says he's healthy, he looks great. Is he back to a 35, 40-goal scorer? And the other one is Zach Parise. Back-to-back 30-goal years. This could be his breakout year. This could be his superstar year. Is he ready to take that step?
No question. Those are the two big questions coming into the season. Personally, I think that this could be a huge year for Elias. He's way past his health problems with hepatitis. They signed Brian Ralston, as we mentioned, and Ralston is the center on the number one line. Elias will be the left wing. Brian Johnson will be the right wing. I think it's going to be a huge difference having a real number one center. Their first number one center since Scott Gomez left. I think that means that for Elias to be comfortable, he'll be a 35, 40-goal scorer. Parise is the best player on this team right now, the best skater. And for my money, he's an all-star. If you're starting a team, he's one of the 10, 12 guys in this league that you would want on your team. I think he's ready to take the next step and be a 40-goal scorer. You know, he's back with his friend, Travis Zajac. They have some sort of chemistry together. Even he doesn't know what it is, but that's a real good second line.
How good the Devils are, how good's the rest of the Eastern Conference? That's the interesting scenario this year. The Penguins certainly didn't get any worse. They're only going to get better. The Senators always have all the talent. You have to take the Capitals serious this year. And after the Rangers in the playoffs last year, you got to put the Rangers above them. Where do you see the Devils falling in this year?
I think the Devils are going to challenge right for the top. You know, I think they'll be right there, first or second in the conference. Everyone wants to write the Rangers off because Yager is no longer on the team, but I think the Rangers are younger and faster than they were. The Washington Capitals, they always used to be counted out early, bring up the rear. I don't think that's the case anymore,
Not
obviously.
with Ovechkin.
Not with Ovechkin, not with the coach they have now. They show that they're a team to be reckoned with. So I think it's going to be a real dogfight, certainly in their division, definitely in the conference too. And I see the Devils challenging for it. Whether they actually finish first, It'll be determined. You know, we'll see how far Brodeur can carry them.
Well, Rich, thanks for the insight. Rich has been covering the Devils for 6, 7, 8 weeks now.
A couple of weeks.
If you haven't been there, go to NJ.com/Devils, Richie's blog. He will go there morning, noon, and night to give you all the information you need. Check it out. We'll be there all season long, and we'll check back with you in a little bit.